Well, hello everybody, and welcome here to the STB Racing League, where tonight it is going to be the Belgium Grand Prix here for Tier 1. We'll have all the action brought to you live here on Twitch. We've got the Mastros of STB, the greatest of minds out on track for tonight, Tier 1, the best of the best out on track. I can't wait for tonight, Maldi. What's your predictions going into this not only qualifying session, but also Grand Prix?
Yeah, hello Pistol, it's great to be back for us here at Belgium. Ali Fridays and Brenda is back, that's great stuff. But yeah, we are here, Pistol, for round 9 of the season, the Belgian Grand Prix, and Milan is up by 4 tenths on his lap. But yeah, I'm expecting, Pistol, some great competition, some great battles, some amazing lap times on the board. Bovis is also up on his lap by 3 tenths. These are where the lap times are really going to be coming in the late stages of this session. I can't wait, Pistol. Belgium always delivers, and Bovis delivers up to P4 there.
Well, will Milan deliver? He comes on that last turn now. The Mercedes will come across the line, and he is pole. 140.7. It beats out Attila's lap time by 2 tenths. Zebos can't match that. Can SK match it? No, he's invalidated his lap time. So that means that that's going to be a Shazoo Milan pole position, which finally means that they break the deadlock here in Tier 1 STB. And finally, we have a man who has collected the most poles in Tier 1, instead of it just being literally shared out after race after race after race. Because up until this point, all 8 races have all 8 different pole positions, or different pole sitters. But finally, it is broken, that deadlock broken by Milan Maldi.
Yeah, but it goes up to P9 now. We have got a few Tier 2 drivers racing tonight as well, Pistol, so that should give them a bit of preparation for tomorrow. Attila said he got a 0.6 invalidated, so yeah, it just shows really the pace of this grid. Round 9 of the season, Pistol. Championship is looking pretty decent in terms of Attila's dominance. The constructors is looking quite close as well. We'll go into that if there's some sort of safety car in the race. But Pistol, we're here in Belgium. Rain is expected for this Grand Prix. What can we expect, in your opinion? In my opinion, what can we expect, in your opinion, from this race in the Ardennes Forest?
Well, I'm going to answer your question in a little bit, but you did bring up a very, very valid point. It is going to be dry to wet for this Grand Prix. So it's going to be a very interesting strategic lookout, and strategy is going to be the key importance. Maldi, love hearing myself on stream, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just sending the stream into the general chat. Sorry about that.
But nevertheless, you can just take a look at your pole sitter there. Shazoo Milan, the Mercedes, on pole by 2 3/00. 2 tenths 3/100 to Attila, the Hungarian, the man who's leading the championship currently. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Milan. The rest of the grid is as follows: SKP 3, Crocs P4, Boas P5, Katiga P6, Ali Ferrari P7, Piston P8, Blur P9, Joey P10, Kalanantovic P11, Hubitsa P12, Mafio Callum, Alex Ferre, Vettel, Spenny, Tharlo, and I didn't quite catch the lad at the end, the back of the grid. The Polishman. I knew he was Polish. Yes, that
is Patrick. We'll call him Patrick. Well, I think it's Patrick anyway.
Well, it is the Belgium Grand Prix here live on STB. You don't want to miss out on these races. We do them every we do them every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. For next week, because next week is the big week.
Well, sorry, one thing. Sorry to cut you off. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've actually got a record breaking in STB. 5 Polish drivers racing tonight. That is beautiful.
Well, let's see how those 5 Polish drivers
pair up
with the rest of the grid.
I think Pistol, Polish drivers have replaced the Russian drivers, because all the Russian drivers have gone, and now all the Polish drivers have come in, and they're doing decent. They're doing decent. Someone says, "Go on, Farray." Support there from Spain. Amor a España. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Pistol, who is going to win this Belgian Grand Prix?
I've got to put it in for Attila. Attila, of course, leading the championship. I know it's boring to say, but nevertheless, he is leading by 79 points. Just really think about that. 5 races left,
very bad.
and Attila is leading by 79
someone's just
points.
said, sorry, Pistol, I need to just clarify this. We're streaming, this is an Xbox League, Liga de Xbox. Demos bug com audio. So we have a bug with the audio on Xbox where the second commentator, me, has a sort of problem where it just glitches. So you just have to put up with that, unfortunately. We just have to get on with that. It's been a thing.
But nevertheless, Maddie, to answer your question, I think Attila will take the victory tonight. But Willie, as it's 5 red lights. Green light, go, go, go. We go racing in Belgium and straight off the line. You can just see Milan trying to defend against Attila going down towards that first turn. Can the Alfa Romeo look for the move round the outside? No, he's almost pushed off by Milan, leaving little to no room on the backside there as we go up into Eau Rouge and rally on. You can just
and there's been a massive it's 2 bits and it's Mafia involved in that. Virtual safety car is out. Massive crash down the straight. I think that's Callum as well down there. Vettel's been involved in that as well. Major contact, Pistol, down the straight. I don't know how that wasn't a safety car, but I think that may have absolutely destroyed Mafio's race there down in P19 at the moment.
Well, he's got no front wing. He's going to have to pit now under this virtual safety car, and it is believed that Callum is the man at fault for it. Says the game, of course, picked up a penalty due to that collision. You just take a look at what tyre compound everybody is going on. It's only Mafio and Darius Cortiga on those soft compound tyres. Everybody else, a real mix-up between hards and mediums. So it's going to have to be quite careful and cautious on those tyres. But yes, Mafio has a massive crash down that straight. We were just looking at the Haas cars sweeping through that first turn, and then in the background you've got a massive crash leaving Mafio in P19 now, the man in P4 in the standings. He's only 90 or so points off P1, and Cassell, as left the session, retires from the Belgian Grand Prix.
Yeah, I think he had a setup problem, so he can't actually get the most out of the car. Which I mean, I can say it's up to you. And we are back racing now, Pistol, but Matt has now got to do the whole of sector 3 with a broken front wing, fully off. But we'll get back with the action now. So Tiller's in that slipstream, Pistol on Milan.
And here we go, he's closing right down to Milan, going down into the bus stop chicane. Will he send it down the inside? No, he doesn't, but Crocs will, round the outside, he's looking to go. Of SK going into the chicane, you could argue that SK pushing him onto the grass, making him go wide into that turn. But nevertheless, we've got a little bit of a little moment there by Joey on the exits of the chicane, tumbling down towards that first turn. Julian Kalanantovic up against Blur, down the inside, he goes on Blur, side by side onto the exit, a good exit by Kalanantovic. He's up into P9, Maldi.
Yeah, we've got Mafia in the pits then, of course. He's going to change his front wing now, but we've got Attila in that slipstream on the back of Milan as they come down the Kemmel straight, side by side, lado, as they say in Spain, and Brazil and Portugal and all those countries. And Attila's around the outside of Milan, and he gets the move done. He's up. He takes the lead off the Belgium Grand Prix. That is what I'm talking about. Attila back in the lead.
The championship leader is leading the Belgium Grand Prix as we currently speak. The 7-kilometre circuit is currently being owned by Attila, making a good move down the Kemmel Straight and finishing off round the outside in Le Combe, which is of course the most preferred spot to finish off a manoeuvre. Take a look back at Vettel, Mafio and Piston, that you would assume they'd all go on hards, but no, they've actually all got a meeting predicting that weather. Yes,
Piston was involved in that as well.
So they've all gone onto those mediums, anticipating, of course, that rain to come later on in this Grand Prix. That's something that these drivers have to be aware of as well. It doesn't really mean any. It's not like it doesn't mean anything if you get overtaken in the first stage of Belgium, but it's not going to hurt you as much in the long run as it would if it's just sunny right until the end, Maldi.
Yeah, we've got some action going on. We've got Alex Ferre versus Kappa Cox here down into Blanchimont, and yeah, single file stuff, but also when that DRS comes, it's going to be a lot easier to do the overtakes. Talking of overtakes, we've got Joe running outside Andy Ferrari. Side by side, constantly on the exit of the corner, and Andy Ferrari's really struggling to keep that Haas behind him. He's also on the hard, it's Joey, and Joe's on the inside. You've got the Ferrari now, that's Julian
Yeah, and that's a good overtake by Joey. Ran the outside, a little bit of contact going on to the exit of that chicane. But Joey's able to keep his cool, gets the overtake completed, and he's now up into P7, battling for some very good points here. And Crocs now, he has that DRS. Of course, DRS enabled this lap nowadays, it's lap 3, and that's an easy overtake for Crocs. And Milan overtakes over for the lead for the Belgium Grand Prix. Unfortunately, I just missed that up at the top spot, but yes, it is an overtake down the straight into Lacombe. That is the lead now, and Milan has taken the lead. He performed well in Spain, I believe. That was the last time I can remember commentating on him here in STB, and now he has the chance to take 25 points here in Belgium if he can keep his cool right up till the end.
Well, we've only lap 3, we've got so much action ahead of us here. Maffio looks quite quick behind Piston here. So my Piston is actually a tier 2 driver, unfortunately, but Callum is down in P15, Dolo P14, and Spenny's just keeping on this DRS train in P13. They're doing good. Big up to Proximity Apex Racing. We've got those guys. Great league up. You got to plug them, Pistol. The racing unit, you got to plug them. You know what I mean? You got to plug them. Anyway, talking about plugging, Attila's going to plug that slipstream as they come down to Blanchimont once again, lap number 3. And Capo Cox has left. Pistol, take over this. I'm going to invite him back.
Here we go then, Attila right onto the back of Milan as we go down into the bus stop chicane. The AlphaTauri of SK Soiga, to get the overtake on Attila going down into that chicane, breaking very late into the apex. Going down towards that first turn, and looks like Blur has made a mistake. Has he gone into the pits? What's happened to him? He's made a mistake on that exit of that chicane, spinning round, having to reset track, I believe. I'm not too sure though, unfortunately. Spenny now getting the overtake on Alex Ferry as they go on to the exit of turn 1, going up Eau Rouge and rally on. Will they look for the move? Side by side they go. No. Spenny pulls out of it, and good job that he did. Attila now, side by side with Milan down the Kimmel Straight, going down towards the Lacombe. He has that inward line, and that's an overtake completed even before the apex. And Attila is now leading this Grand Prix once more, Maldi.
Yep. Great overtaking move. It's like they're trading DRS. That's what it's giving, and it's really making up for a good race here in Belgium. Pistol.
Well, Callum had a little bit of commotion down into P15, and that's a 5-second time penalty for Spenny for cutting the corner and gaining one position. Surely he will report that into the stewards after this race, and we'll see what we'll have to say to that one. Joey right onto the back of Ali Ferrari. He will be looking to get Eager back up into that top 7 once more. He did get overtaken a couple of laps ago, and he is down into P8 Maldi. So where do you predict Joey to be tonight as Ali Ferrari goes wide? They're going to the right-handers.
These cars are going to start coming to their own in the next few laps, so do watch out for Ali Ferrari and Joey, and they're going to try and go, and same with Bowden as well. These three are going to try and go as long as possible into this Grand Prix. On those hard tyres, try and wait for some rain to come. The clouds are starting to form, Pistol, here in Spa-Francorchamps.
Well, going onto the exit of that last turn, Joey's still hanging onto the back. DRS is enabled now, going down towards that first turn. And you can just take a look at Milan here, 7 tenths back already, and he's actually used more ERS. That's a safety car out on track. What's happened on track here? The safety car's out.
I think Vettel span on the curb. I think Vettel span on the curb there. Safety car is out. That has saved Maffio. That has put Maffio back into this Grand Prix, boxing this lap. That has put him back into the Grand Prix.
Well, that has for VIF Callum as well, and also Piston and Vettel. They all get their chance. They all get their say at entering the pits, getting a new strategy out on track. You got to assume they go on for those soft compound tyres. And no, Maffio goes on to another pair of mediums. Vettel comes in. What's he going to go on? As he enters the pit lane, flicks still towards the right, and he goes into the Alfa Romeo pit lane. He actually has no front wing, so yeah, it is most likely, of course, due to that. Does he go on the soft compound, or does he stay on those mediums? He does stay, on those mediums, Melody. But you could argue it is an Alfa Romeo sandwich right now. One Alfa Romeo at the top, one Alfa Romeo right at the bottom.
Yeah. Part of a lucky safety car, to be fair.
You talk about lucky safety cars. That's hilarious, Melody.
Pistol, what are you being nasty to me for?
By the way, fellas, that is just a joke for Tier 3, where Maldi gets some very lucky safety cars to...
Yeah, you can join us on
Easy
Wednesday,
championship
where
wins.
the reigning combined champion and the combined Tier 3 champion and
They're not winning this season.
the Season 23 Spanish Grand Prix winner, because there's no championships this season, so we've got we've got to rinse out the fact that I'm champion last season.
We've also got to rinse out the fact that Milan's just entered the pit lane. Sorry to cut you off, Marley, for your self-blabbering. But Milan has come into the pit lane here for some new tyres. He's going for those soft compounds just before that rain hits. That's a very bold move, Maldi. What do you think of that one?
I was definitely thinking the rain could come quite early. It was. Now that it's safety car, it means that the time is now going to be longer for this race to be completed, which means the 30-minute window that we've had, that the people were reporting in the party before, like Callum, Maffio, Piston, and Joey, the rain's going to come. It's going to come in the next, I'd say, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. And that virtual safety car as well, Pistol, sorry, would have prolonged the time that the race took place. So this is great stuff. I love races with rain. It's very entertaining.
Well, it wasn't a very lucky race for you last season when it rained in Belgium. We got to hope that it is a lucky day for Milan as well, if we want to see a Mercedes up on that top spot, taking 25 points home. But going on to those softs of the safety car is quite a bold move. How quickly is he going to be able to get past Karen Tovic, Joey, Ali Ferrari, Crocs, SK, and potentially even Attila just before this rain hits? We'll have to see.
Maffio, get ahead of Vettel, get ahead of Vettel, get ahead of Vettel.
And Maffio is not ahead of Vettel. So, Maffio in last place. His teammate, though, Crocs, is flying up into P3, and I don't know what Maffio's doing. He's in the back of the Alfa Romeo.
The Alfa Romeo needs to hurry up. That's what Maffio's giving him the hurry up. He needs to hurry up, get around this track as quickly as he can. He needs to hurry up. So, because they're going through sector 2 right now. It's a very long sector, of course, Matt, for Matt to catch up to the back pistol.
Yes, sector 2 is so technical, so wise when the drivers go around there. But as well as that, you've also got that sector 1 and 3, mostly low downforce tournaments, so you have to be quite careful with what wings you run around here. Are you going to go more technical for a sector 2 advantage, or are you going to go much more effective low wings for that top speed down that Kemmel straight, which is so familiar with straight line overtakes even before an apex is hit? We'll have to see what these drivers run with in just a few minutes' time. And when we next lap, we go racing once more.
They will also be thinking about this potential rain threat as well. Do they want... Hello, Purilu. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao from England. Yeah, they will be thinking about this rain threat. Do they want to have the grip in the dry conditions, or do they want to have like a level ground? What do they want? The Maffio's back in the pits this lap.
Well, is that because of front wing damage from hitting the back of Vettel, or is it just because he went onto the wrong compound? Is he going to go onto softs now? Either way, it is taking a whole lot more time, so hurry up, chap, as he puts onto those soft compound tyres. It was just to getting the wrong tyres on, but he will catch up to the rest of the crew in just a Scooby-Doo. And
it's
yeah,
that rain coming. That's going in there. The clouds are starting to form, Pistol. You can see it's getting darker here in Spa.
That Eau Rouge section up onto that rain is going to be so difficult to try and achieve here in Belgium, of course. Maffio going through the Kemmel Straight and shortly through the Com, and he'll shortly catch up to the rest of the pack with the safety car.
Safety car. So we'll get back to racing very soon, but this is all helping the likes of Tharlo, the likes of Milan. They're on those soft tyres. They're going to have a lot of grip on this restart.
And we'll take a look if that grip really does help them, as the rain will shortly arrive. Or maybe you could argue that it does help Attila, does help SK, does help Crocs.
Yeah, I think the track position, Pistol. Those mediums are still going to be quite good, yeah. But, I mean, Milan's been rapid on those starts. He was rapid in qualifying. He got pole. Was it pole? Yeah, Milan got pole, right?
Yes, Milan did.
Yeah, Milan got pole, so he's already got pace. You know he's got the pace, so... King Julian Pistol is in P6 at the moment. This is a great little race for him so far. Touch wood. You got to touch the wood, otherwise it comes out. It goes. Comes into
That sounds so weird. Don't no.
No, you know what I mean. Shut up. You've actually got to do the thing, you know, for it to pull your car. Anyway, here we go then, guys. We are gearing up for the restart of the Belgium Grand Prix here live at Spa. You can see the hills. It's quite beautiful and it's quite dark as well. So it's all kicking off. You can join us on Twitch. Yeah, today.
We are on Twitch actually, but you can follow us on Twitch for Tuesdays and Wednesdays as well for other tiers to battle it out on the historic, hilly, historic track of Spa. But now we will get racing once more. Attila leading the pack as SK the Alpha Tauri.
International pistol numbers going side by side on the safety car restart. Looks quite dodgy.
Yes, that is prohibited here in STB. We don't like that. That's not acceptable.
Here we go then. It is go. No, it's not. Sorry, that was my mistake.
There we go then, rounding the last turn. And Attila, it's go, back in Spa. And going towards that first, you can just take a look. Ali Ferrari using his ERS. Can he look for a move? Going down towards that first, and oh yes, very, very late defensive manoeuvre there by Crocs. I would have to say that's his fault. But that bump from behind, a very, very late defensive manoeuvre. And is that Ali Ferrari without a left-hand side of the wing? No, Ali Ferrari still has his full wing. Oh!
Very down the straight.
Seems to be that straight that kills them. But here we go then, Joey now sub-us on in with Ali Ferrari going down towards Lecom. And you can just see just up ahead, you can just see Crooks and Ali Ferrari bands.
Four wide into Lecom. Down the back of the grid there, Callum falls out of that corner, Matthew's on the inside. Fucking hell, Matthew running outside.
Big contact, sent it down the inside, Joey, into the right hander. Does he get the move completed on Ali Ferrari? Finally, he does. Just tracing Ali Ferrari like an annoying fly that just can't get away. And now going down towards the left-hander, Shazoo Milan will look to take advantage of this, and he will brake early, make sure not to make contact going down this left-hand, as it can be very, very dangerous. But Maudi already Attila pulling 1 second to Esco.
Yeah, it's really kicking off, Matt. Really kicking off with midfield. And Darius is running outside the Williams, is off that. Ali Ferrari's been pinched again. That's Julian. He's losing places left, right, centre. He's trying to go on the inside of Julian here. He's really trying to get a position, and he's nearly stand there. Oh.
Well, I'd say most of those collisions were Ali Ferrari's fault. Just anger really settling in really for the Williams. He was he got P1 on track at Japan, but we all know that's a different story behind the scenes, where he got that 20-second time penalty for what happened in Canada. And eventually finished P13, and he now comes into the pit lane. I'm assuming for wing damage, because I don't see Ali Ferrari as the topper figure. It's just said, you know what, I give up on this race. But he has. He's retired from the session, Maldi. He leaves Belgium. He's had enough, and Ali Ferrari is out on the Belgium Grand Prix.
I don't know why though. Just continue. I don't get it. Anyway, moving on with this, then SK will have no DRS, but he will have some slipstream. He's used a lot of the RS there, pistol, a lot of the RS has been used.
Well, Jimmy's still right on the back of Shazoo Milan. Milan's going to make the most out of every second sector. Darius Katiga looking to make the most out of everything on this circuit, because now he's looking for the overtake on Joey going down into the right-hander. Will he send it down the inside of the McLaren, or does he stay behind, waits patiently, unlike Thomas Ronhar, but hitting the back of Joey now, going down into that right-hander, now into the left-hander. Haskell slowly backing him up. It's 2 seconds now the gap between him and Milan. Speaking of Milan, he's very close up to Crocs, and it's just between Sabas with Darius Katiga and Joey pushing Darius Katiga on the inside. They're not leaving him any room on the circuit, and Darius Katiga hits the back of the Haskell, and now looking for a switch back on him. Now round the outside into the next turn. Would he look for the manoeuvre into the next one? Yes, he will. Down the inside. There's contact made between the both of them, and they both almost go sideways. See, Boas has been taken out. He has no front wing. He has been taken out blatantly. Just an innocent bystander killed on circuit, and now he'll have to go into the pit lane and repair his front wing.
Pistol, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. In the party, yes, I can. There we go then. Shazoo Milan with that grip is now getting very close up to the back of Crocs. going down towards that first turn. He just baits the manoeuvre and actually sends it very late going into that turn. And now going onto the exit they go. A little bit of contact between him and the Aston Martin, but using that ERS, using that slipstream, can Milan get past Crocs here as they go up a Rouge and into rally on now? That's an absolutely fantastic manoeuvre by Milan. Up a Rouge, thank you very much, I'll take it indeed. But now here we go then, Crocs going down into Lecom. Does it just look at that pace by Milan down the pit lane, sorry, not pit lane straight, down the Kemmel straight, for God's sake. Down the inside Milan goes, and down and up into P2, sorry, Milan goes. He's now hunting down for Attila Maldi.
Yeah, there's so much action in this midfield battle. They've got four-wide drivers. Fucking now they're fucking Aston Martin around the outside of the Alpine. It's all kicking off down into no name. Fucking has like 6 drivers on the same pace, and the Ferrari gets back out of the race. That's Julian.
It was always going to happen with a commotion like that. And you can just see, I think that's Blair actually goes wide. But he's still side by side with Joey now going into the right-hander. They almost make contact, but no. Blair does get the overtake completed, Maldi.
Yeah, apparently the viewers are saying my mic is fucked. Is it the fact that it's the Twitch, or is it the fact of my mic?
It's the Twitch. Get your mic's fine in there. But Callum is still hunting for another position here. You can just take a look. Piston will send it down the inside on the Haas guy. His teammate, Callum and Joey, and now going on to the exit of the last turn of the circuit and going towards that first. And you can just take a look at Piston there. Will Callum look for a move down the inside? Oh, but the Alfa Romeo will, of Vettel, he absolutely sends it. But Milan is so close to Attila now, going up a Rouge, into Radion, going into Kemmel straight. Milan and Attila, DRS, 19% DRS is all he needs to get past Attila now. And Milan has now sat back on his throne. He is now leading the Belgium Grand Prix once more.
Right, well, so unfortunately, I'm just going to have to get on with this mic situation. Maffeo is down in P15. I don't know what happened to Maffeo, but this has been a chaotic Belgian Grand Prix so far. So many battles up and down the field. Really giving what it needs to give.
Alex Ferry getting overtaken by who bits. He sends it down the inside and he gets the move completed. Alex Ferry with a 3-second time penalty. He goes wide into Puon. As you can just take a look at Tharlo. He gets the overtake on Julian Kalanandovic. As you can just take a look at SK's right onto the back of Crocs, and Spenny just behind. He's hunting for a position really in this Grand Prix. Going into the right hander now. SK, will he hit the back of the Aston Martin? No, he doesn't, but the Aston Martin does go in a little bit wide, which does leave a little bit of a room, a little gap, a little bit of speed. Now tumbling down the straights here between SK and Crocs. Will they go side by side through the left-hander? I don't think they will. I don't think they should. Callum and Vettel, though. And Callum gets the overtake. Gets a safety car out on track. Vettel's in the wall because of a collision with Callum, I believe. Maybe he just spun it on himself. And I just saw Callum overtaking Vettel on the interval there. But Vettel is down now into P17. What an awful race he's unfortunately having.
Safety car again then. Attila's in. Milan's in as well.
Milan in, Attila in.
Attila is going for intermediates. Attila's going for intermediates. But it's not raining. What are they going for?
That's a very brave call. And I think I'm seeing Milan here. He's still. Oh no, I just saw rain on my screen now.
It's raining. It's starting to rain in Belgium.
And you can just take a look. Milan is still onto those softs. So he's messed up his call. And he's gone onto softs. He should have gone onto those intermediates. And Attila has made this call absolutely pitch perfect. He's down to P10 right now. And it's just started raining. And when you have a track like Spa, it's not even taken into consideration because of how long it is. It's not like, maybe at the end of this lap it'll slow down. No, it is relentless here in Belgium, in Spa. Wow, what race we have on our hands, Maldi.
This is banging. This is what Tier 1's all about. Maffeo, that's definitely giving him his lifeline here.
Yes, he's going to the pits as well. He's P4 in the standings. He's going to P14 in the Belgium.
And he's also going to catch up the back of his safety car, Q Pistol, because they've caught up to it now. And these guys here, right now...
That rain is going tumbling.
Maffio is going to be net P4, I think. Maffio's going up to P4. So this is incredible stuff.
Well, yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just an unlucky call for most drivers, but Attila's got that absolutely perfect. I said at the beginning of the stream, it's all going to be about that strategy. When do you pit? Do you pit at the right time? And if so, does it allow you to take a win, potentially, in Belgium? Because it's so key. And Attila, he's not just won it on their strategy, Maldi.
Yeah, what I call. That's something that I would do. As soon as it rains...
You didn't last season, mate, so...
car conditions.
I won't say that,
as soon as it rains under safety car conditions, you need to pit. And the track, as you can see in his first sector, is getting very wet now.
Yes, I assume Crocs, Escape, Spenny, Darius, Bitzer, everybody who stayed out or pitted for just new softs will have to come in. There's no way you can stay out on these soft compound or whatever you're on. And yes, they all do come into the pit. Spenny, Darius, that's going to be a stack up, as well as Bitzer and Kabak. Blur stays out onto those hards. Blur stays out on hards. That's a very interesting call. But so does Milan. Milan stays out onto those soft compound tyres, Maldi. And he takes a net P2. What do you think of that?
Well, let's hope that Mafia is going to be able to get these positions under the... or in the pit lane. I'm hoping he can get... Yeah, he does get the position. So yeah, that's mental. I don't know why he's done that, because as you can see now, Pistol, the track is wet.
Just like Mafia would say in the comments box, it's better to be on the intermediate compound on a dry circuit than it is to be on a dry compound in an intermediate circuit. And well, Milan's gonna have to unfortunately experience that, as he does make the wrong call here in Belgium.
Yep, fuck that. And the track's only going to get wetter as they go much slower around the track in the safety car conditions. You've got Kappa Cox. Fucking hell, that's a good name now. He's Fox for Inters. You've got Piston, Callum, who beats Darius, Cotiga. You've got Spenny, SK standing P12. That's crucial.
Sorry, I just want to interrupt you here, because take a look at Milan right now. He is struggling even under the safety car with these soft compound tyres on. Unless if it was just warming his tyres or whatever. Nevertheless, he just doesn't seem comfortable with these tyres on this circuit right now. And he's going to have to experience him getting hawked down by the championship leader in tier bloody 1 with the actual right intermediate tyres, which he should have put on a lap earlier, Maldi. So he's going to have an absolute horror of a... sorry. An absolute horror of a next few laps, Maldi.
Another thing as well, Pistol, sorry, if I look at the standings for Tier 1, Mafia is only 10 points behind SK in the championship, and at the moment, SK is in 12th, scoring no points.
Well, we shortly get going here in... And Sibo is sharing his little bit about Darius Cortega in the Tier 1 chat. So he's not happy with Darius Cortega's driving so far in this GP. He's down into P14 right now, that is Darius. And there's a massive stack up here in the midfield on the street, not the safety car, of course, because of Blair and how slowly and meticulously he is weaving down the straight. So it seems like they will actually stay out onto these compounds, Manny, which is just unbelievable for me to see.
It's giving front season 18. Oh no. These
we'll take a look.
Problems.
Yes, we need to see Milan and Blair pits. Otherwise, we will see problems, or we'll probably see Maldi, Milan taking Attila out by accident, and oh lordy lords, there's all of a sudden a safety car out on track. Does Blur pit? Does Milan pit? Do they stay out? They both are out. They both.
Here we go then. Go racing Pistol in Belgium.
Or just about. Blur can already spike down the throttle just now, and instantly Attila's onto the back of Milan. And round the outside, he's going to go on the What a set that is! Wow, Joey! What a set! But a switch back from Attila means that he'll get P1 and a net P1, and easily P1. And Alex Ferry also comes out to P2 here. You can just take a look at Maffio as well, going up her route. He's into P3. This could be a Maffio on-track podium. first one since 2018. As now Matthew tumbles down. The camel straight looking to get the overtake here. It's a safety car on track.
Cox is gone. Cox has hit the wall of Eau Rouge.
Well, that technically does bring it into the hands of Milan, as he will be able to pit finally now, unless he's an absolute madman, blood, and stays out onto these softs. There's no way he's not coming in at this lap, Maldy.
This is mental. When I told you, didn't I, Matt, that I told you that Matt's pistol P3 in this fucking race. Are you blazed? He was at the back. Okay, he was actually at the back of the grid on lap 1 after lap 1 incident. There's a lot of incidents tonight. And he's done it. He has absolutely nailed the strategy. He's nailed the call. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's given. It's absolutely given. It's given.
Shut up saying it.
It's given. No, it's given. It's given. Given.
God. Well, nevertheless, Matthew still in P3. That is massive for Matthew with that 3-second time penalty with Alex Ferre. He's technically a P2 right now, Maldy. So, Matthew, this is massive for him. Will he mess it up? Will Joey behind him look for a battle, potentially take him out? We'll have to see. As here in Belgium, anything and everything happens. Let's hope everything and everything goes into Matthew's favour. And
also, Pistol, so one other thing as well, Tharlo had a crash and he was down, now he's up to P6. It's so important to be on the right sides at the right time.
Well, will Milan switch to go onto those right tires at the right time? Will he come into the pit?
Yeah,
yes, he does, but he's crossed that pit lane entry, so he'll definitely get a penalty for that. And I've caught that on stream as well, so he'll definitely get a penalty doing that, as Malady did in Bahrain. But nevertheless, Milan comes into the pits, of course, for those intermediate tyres. And Blur stayed out. Yeah, Blur stayed out onto those hards. That's mental. He's not going to do well. So I don't know why he's bothering, but he is bothering. And we'll have to see for one more lap what happens here in Spa. Maldy, what's your predictions?
Matthew podium. Touch wood.
Right. All right then. But Attila still P1.
Like I said, Pistol. Like I said, you have to touch the wood when you say touch wood. No. You got to touch the wood. I love that. That's incredible. Anyway, Tharlo up to P5 as well. Tharlo's having a good race here as well. Touch wood.
Shut up! Saying touch wood, mate.
What? You got to touch the wood. That's iconic now. That's fucking iconic, that is.
Everything that's iconic is you messing up your race last season in Belgium. That's the only thing.
What happened in Belgium?
You messed up your strat and went from P1 down to like P15.
Oh.
Do you not remember that? You were going fuming in the party.
I don't remember.
Yeah, of course you don't. But nevertheless, Matthew could be in contention of a win here.
No, he won't be in contention for the win.
Then we think more about it, he could be in contention of a win. If Joey doesn't absolutely sideswipe him down to turn 1 like we saw him do, going down towards that first side, just absolutely pull your rod down the inside of everybody. Just a massive dive bomb on everybody there. And I don't know why, but Crocs is taking way too long. He needs to catch up.
Mediums?
Why is Blood on mediums? That is a good question, Maldy. That is probably why he is so slow. Well, is this a Vettel
maybe
in Japan?
Maybe, oh my god, maybe rain. Maybe he thinks the rain is going to start falling. It's quite light actually now. Look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, but let's be honest. It'll benefit him much more to pit.
Yeah, I know, but mate, I don't know. Maybe he's just doing something weird. Joey's in the pit. Joey's in the pit.
¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa indeed? A lot of drivers in the pit lane here.
The pit. And surely he's going on for a new set of softs, right?
Oh my god.
Yes, he is. So that is feminine now. I can't believe it. Milan stays out. Mafio stays out. Everybody has stayed out. Rain still is falling, but just very minimally.
Maybe they think, Pistol.
I don't think it's a risk worth taking for Mafio.
Maybe because the track is so, like, the track is so long, sorry, that they maybe think the rain's going to start falling, which it is, you know, it's calmed down the rain now. The track's going to get drier, and we could well be running on a dry track here in Spa. This race is mental. This race is crazy, Pistol. This is up there in the top 3 races of the season. And as you can see, Pistol, the track is actually getting dry. You can see the dry line. Oh my god.
That is a bit of a matter, and now
Mafia
will have to. I mean, surely people have to box now. I mean,
but the track's still going to be.
Right, we still have 6 laps left. So.
Oh my. What is going on in Spa? What is happening? This is the best race of the season. Pistol, this is the best race of the fucking season. I swear to fuck. This is incredible.
It's still a wet track. It still remains for now as a wet circuit, but it will shortly swift over to dries. But will Mafio box this lap? Does he not box at all? Safety car is in this lap. Bryn has stopped. As you can take a look at my screen right here, he has stopped Kappa Cox with a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with EQ up his well, that's just a bit silly from the, of course, Rebel. But do we instantly go racing once more? As Attila said, you know what, I'll put the throttle down. I mean, it does Attila come into the pits. This is really the test mode. It does Attila come into the pits as he said, you know what, I'll have my hands up. I actually made the wrong decision. I want to go out onto those softs. Or does he say, let's go ahead, let's stay out to the end. Let's hope that these intermediates will last long enough to where we can take the victory.
Is he going to
dive into the pits?
He's not going to
No, he doesn't.
They're all going to stay out.
No, the whole top half has not boxed, Maudi. So here we go there. We're racing once more. We are racing once more here in Spa, tumbling down towards that first thing. You just take a look, Alex. Very almost. Sorry, no, Sunday with Blur and Dennis Cortiga, but down the inside, you can just take a look at Milan. He's looking to pick off the pieces here, right off the start, and he's going down into that Eau Rouge Rally-On section, and he is ahead of Blur as he goes up Eau Rouge. VIF Calamy's right into the back here of Blur, and always he's hit the back of Blur, going up into Eau Rouge. Now Rally-On, now going into the Kemmel Straight. ERS being used as well, and will he get past? Will he get past? Yes, he does get past, but so does Joey, and he almost sends it down the inside of his own teammate. Crocs almost getting a position on Blair. He does get a position on Blair. And now it's a great battle here between Milan and also Darius Cortiga. He defends that inside line, Darius Cortiga. Going down into the right-hander, which actually... Oh, that's very, very dangerous, that. Callum having to slow down against Milan there. Joey looking to get a move around the outside on his teammate. There's definitely talking about it in the party right now. I can guarantee you that, Mousy. Crocs around the outside around Who never works, so he's pulled out of that one. As well as Milan. He's still to the back of Darius Cortiga now. We'll take a look back onto these tyre compounds. You can just take a look. Joey and everyone below have gone onto, or have stayed out onto, some new tyres. Of course, dries. Everyone else onto those intermediates. So this is going to be a very tactical ending here in Spa. But Mafia does not have the pace so he can match up with Alex Ferry, with Attila, as we go down into the last stop chicane. Thorlo versus Mafio here for a podium in Belgium. And you can take a look, Mafio's going to have to defend for that inside line. You can just take a look, Milan getting the overtake on Dennis Cortiga. Yes, he has. Mafio's in the pits. Mafio has boxed. Mafio said this and that's enough is enough. I'm going on to those soft compound tyres. Mafio has ruined his race by staying out of these intermediates.
What a call from Joey. Joey's on for the win, Pistol.
Indeed he is. I mean, he's got the pace, but he's got that time penalty as well. Crocs maybe getting the victory here at the end of this race. You can just take a look. Vettel right up the backside. Oh, that's called Tiga going down the Kemmel Straight. ERS now being used by Vettel. Can he get past the McLaren driver? No, he can't, and neither can Darius Cortiga get past Milan himself, Maldi.
Yeah. Pistol, the track is now dry. Joey is coming for these drivers here.
And now he's looking for the overtake here on Vettel very shortly, but will Crooks battle it out with him and Joey for that top spot before Tharlo in contention of a bloody podium here with about 4 laps left to go. So can he hold it nice and neat tidy for a podium, his first at the podium here in the STB Racing League? And you can just take a look. Crooks making a mistake, going a tiny bit wide into that turn. That's going to cost him quite a better time. Joey still looking to latch onto the back of Vettel. He's almost hit to the back of Vettel. And oh no!
And he's been hit.
They have made contact. He rejoins the track. Oh no! Oh no! He's the SK, and now he's gone round. Joey has messed up his race. It is his fault. He retires. He said, "I've had enough. I'm pissed." It is not.
Here we go. We've got an Alfa Romeo off the track. That's Vettel. The track now is bone dry, pistol, and SK now is going to be in the Ibiza here.
Wow, Croc's having a battle here. Oh no, Crocs is rattled. Jeez Louise. Blood thinks it's Monaco. Why is he drifting? Nevertheless, SK now with that ERS being used. Will he send it on the inside going into the first turn? No, he won't. Vettel's into the pits. He says, I've had enough on these intermediates. I'm going on to some dry set compound tyres. 3 laps left to go, fellas. Here in Spa, we still have a fantastic race on our hands here. SK still onto the back here of Crocs. You can just take a look. Vettel into the pits. Everybody's coming into the pits in the bottom half of the grid. And, Crocs needs to take a time penalty. I saw that. I caught that on stream. DRS being used. DRS being used. SK flies past. And now he's up into P8 and potentially a provisional podium. Or win, potentially. As, down the inside. Sorry, Crocs will send it on SK. Now, around the outside as well. Look at Ibiza looking to get in all the action as they go down into the right-hander. Or bad exit for the Red Bull. But nevertheless, Aston Martin versus AlphaTauri. What a great battle this is turning out to be. Inside line for Crocs. Outside line for SK. A little bit of contact there. It's quite a little bit of contact there. Going on to the exits. And, nevertheless, Crocs does get the overtake completed. Maldi going down into the left hand, of course.
Right then, the track pistol is bone dry here now in Spa. That's going to give SK and Crocs the opportunity. And Crocs is going to get this move done, running outside of the McLaren side by side.
Well, they're still going through, of course, this little windy section. And SK is looking to get past, and he does get past very easily. As around the outside, Ibiza is looking to go. He gets the move completed as well. So, Crocs and SK battling it out. SK doesn't really need to battle out with Crocs anymore. It's really a matter of Ibiza versus SK because of that 3-second time penalty. And how quickly they'll overtake these guys with intermediate size. Take a look at Crocs. Take a look at his speed. He could dive bomb 2 people at once here, but no. Milan goes for the move on Seabo is here. And Alex Ferry also looking for the move. Switch bar maneuver! Is it a 2-for-1 like a Tesco meal deal for Crocs? Can he get the move completed? DRS being used. ERS being used. Is the move completed? Round the outside. Thank you very much. Job done. Milan sends it down the inside. It's 3 wide going into the exit. And Seabo goes wide because of making contact. And going back over here, you can just take a look. Ubets is still right onto the back of Milan here.
Through as well.
Benny!
Ripping the PAR here. Look at this. He's spinning for a Rouge. DRS for SK.
Now here we go. You can just take a look. Tharlo's overtaken Alex Ferry. SK 5-second time penalty. Unfortunately for him, that is not Boyara for his position. Ibiza in for the win. 2 laps left to go. Can he do it? Oh no, he has a bit of a wobble, a little bit of a squeeze in the exit. I don't think, man, it's going to be enough. I don't think, he's absolutely sent it. That's a mighty move.
So slow, pistol. And Crocs is through. He spanned the Williams round.
He bits a 3-6 time penalty, but I don't think that should actually count. At the end of the race, he had to avoid anything that went on with anybody else in that race. And now you can just take a look. He's pushing. He is pushing Julian Galantovic. He's pushing him, looking for a move around the out bloody side into Spa. He gets the move completed. Ibiza looking for his first ever victory in STB as now he'll round off Sector 2 very, very shortly. Yellow flags thrown up. I think that's Julian Galantovic coming through.
Julian's, there was a bit of a collision there and then he just couldn't get the power down.
Well, as Julian Bouillards it into a wall, it's still very entertaining for the top 2 spots here. Attila, Crocs, 2 laps left to go here in Spa. But Ibiza is in the lead. He's in the running for the victory. His first ever victory in STB. Can he get it? Can he get it right? Can he get the victory? But if he does, actually, then we won't have an interview. So I kind of don't want him to win. No, I'm just joking. But nevertheless, you guys take a look. 2 laps, 1.9 seconds the gap between him and Crocs. Technically around 5 seconds the gap between him and Attila as well. Take a look at the gap. Take a look at the leader. 5.4 seconds. It's going down a tenth, just bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. A unit Karen Antonovic, 5 second time penalty. He speeds a bit late. He says, I've had a bloody enough. But SK even takes Ibiza down the Camel Straight. That's massive here between the battle for potentially P1. But first, they've got to actually get P1 Maldi.
Yeah, SK now needs to put everything into this lap. Maffio's trying to make his way through the field as well. He's up to P13 now.
Well, now this is getting ridiculous. He's gaining about 5 tenths a turn, really. SK is getting absolutely unbelievable here in STB as they round off the left-hander, who bits are going a tiny bit slow, using that curve on the inside. They're doing everything they can to push a little bit more out of this car, out of their weeny little car, to try and get a potential victory here in STB. SK looking for a win. His next win. Can they get the gap closed down on Attila in the championship standings? It would be huge. Crocs looking for actually a battle here with Attila himself. He's side by side with Attila, and now can he get past Attila? Yes, he does. Going into the bus stop chicane, he's also a driver, and I actually did not notice that, unfortunately. But Attila's still looking to keep onto the back of him. Will he send that down the inside? No, he's going to be patient. He's going to be patient. Trying a bit wide there, Crocs. As going on to the exit, Attila, DRS being used across the final turn. We are now starting the last lap now in Belgium. Still, this
He bits is on the inside of SK.
And that is a mighty, mighty send between Ibiza and SK as they round off that turn. And now going up her Rouge and into Rally on we go. SK right into the back of Ibiza. Ibiza right in front of course, SK. ERS being used, DRS now being used. Overtake, done and dusted. Oh no! Oh no, that's a massive crash! Ibiza is out! Ibiza is out! Ibiza is out! That is a massive, massive crash down the Camel Straight in Eau Rouge, and Ibiza DNFs from the Spa Grand Prix. SK looking for a move. He absolutely sends it around the outside. He wants to get this move completed. No ifs, buts, or maybes, no absolutes. Oh, yes, absolutes, actually. Going into P1 now. He's just pushing Attila. He's pushing his championship rival here. ERS being used. Outside laid out for SK. Can he get the move completed? Round the outside. What a maneuver. Yes, it's on the intermediate tyres for Attila, but that is still never the bloody less. A fantastic move. But the gap, look at the gap, look at the gap. 3.6 seconds. Even if SK was to get his 5 second remove, he wouldn't take the victory. It would be handed over to Crocs. Will SK going 5 tenths into one sector? Every little bit of his car has to be pushed forward to potentially take a victory here in STB. But I think Crocs will take it. I think Crocs will take the win. Rounding off the Grand Prix. Last 2 turns out the circuit. Onto the first, second to last turn. Now into the last turn. Crocs, the Aston Martin, will come across the line to take his first ever win for the STB Racing League. Crocs, in a dramatic, dramatic race, takes the checkered flag and takes 25 bloody points.
Fisher, I know I haven't been talking that much. I am just a little bit in shock, and I think Darlow might have a puncher.
Darlow does have a puncher, actually.
Yeah, Darlow's got a puncher. Darlow's got a puncher.
Jesus.
I can't believe it.
But Crocs, first ever win for the STB, and Darlow comes across the line. You can just take a look at his right rear tyre. Milan DNS actually from the Grand Prix. He's a little whoopsie upsie. But there is your finish. What a race. What a race.
Pistol, sorry, I think the stewards are gonna have a lot of work to do tonight.
Yep, and I can't wait to do it.
Mental. Wow. What a fucking... That was mental. That's mental.
What a race. And it is Crocs who takes the top spot. And there it is, Busters. What a win for Crocs. First ever win in STB. That is absolutely feminine out for the Polishman. He wins here in a spur. But we will have Piston in the party for a cheeky bit of interviewing action. Unless he doesn't want to. By all means, we don't force our drivers to do interviews here.
I'm stunned. I'm fucking stunned, Pistol. That was mental.
Well, people telling other people to ban people in the server because potentially of the chaos that ensued for tonight.
Right, Piston won't be unfortunately be able to do the interview. He says he raced quite poorly, but the strategy was good, so he was able to get a good result in the end. Potentially P4, maybe SK might have his penalty removed. We will see. But yes, Pistol, thank you for joining me here at the Belgian Grand Prix.
That was an absolutely mental race, and if you want to see more madness and badness combination in the next few races, you can join us tomorrow here for STB Racing League, where we see Tier 2 battle it out, squabble it out for that championship standing. So it looks to be a good battle up top. And we hope to see go race once a bloody more. But also you could join us for Tier 3, where, of course, STB Maldi will DNF inevitably onto that first lap, because I will take him out on purpose. I'll take one for the team. Well, thank you all for watching the STB Racing League. We hope you have a good night. I've been Pistol, he's been Maldi. Good night.